Hello everyone and welcome to my The Young and the Restless official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark could team up to destroy the Newman family. Both Phyllis and Matt have major beef with most of the family, so let's talk about a possible partnership between these two. Phyllis has had a tumultuous relationship with Victor Newman since day one. However, in recent months, the tension has hit fever pitch. Phyllis stole Kane Ashby's AI program and struck a deal with Victor. She'd give it to him if he gave her Jabot. Victor ended up going rogue with the AI software, ultimately screwing Phyllis over. In the end, the AI program ended up turning on Victor, and now he's lost Newman Enterprises. Another plot twist would see Phyllis give Kane the boot in their partnership, as he was going to hand the company back to Victor, and now Phyllis is the sole owner of Newman. But how long will Phyllis ride this high wave? Still, while the exact details haven't been shared on canvas, Victor secretly went out of town, and his confident demeanor seems to indicate that he once again has the upper hand. It's only a matter of time before Newman Enterprises is his, once again. Phyllis is sure to be outraged when Victor ends up back on top again, so she'll be foaming at the mouth for revenge. Then there's Matt, and Y&R fans learned during the Tuesday, February 24th episode that he was released from custody due to evidence being compromised, and he was out on the loose again. Matt is just as thirsty for vengeance on the Newmans as Phyllis is, so what are the chances that they run into each other at some point soon and decide to form an alliance? Matt has a hate-on for Nick Newman and Sharon Newman, but also has a newfound disdain for Victor, considering how he's inserted himself into the situation. Alternatively, Phyllis has a problem with her once friendly ex, Nick, as she believes he brainwashed their daughter Summer Newman against her. Plus, Sharon was quick to hop on the Team Newman train after the takeover, so Phyllis won't bat an eyelash if Sharon becomes a casualty in all this. Still, what kind of scheme could these two concoct? Despite his rough exterior, Matt is a businessman, through and through, so will it be more corporate espionage? Then again, they could play mind games and try to ruin the Newmans by messing with their personal lives too. The Young and the Restless spoilers suggest that if Phyllis and Matt decide to align, nothing could stop them from flipping the Newmans' family world upside down, considering both are evil geniuses when it comes to scheming and plotting. The walls of Genoa City are shaking once again, and the question on everyone's lips is, could Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark be on the verge of forming a deadly alliance to take down the Newman Empire? Both harbor deep grudges, both crave revenge, and both have proven time and again that they are masters of manipulation. If these two were ever to join forces, nothing in the Newman world would ever be the same. Phyllis's history with Victor Newman has always been volatile. From the very beginning, their relationship has been a tangled mess of passion, betrayal, and power struggles. But recently, the tension has reached a fever pitch. In a bold move, Phyllis seized Kane Ashby's cutting-edge AI program, holding it hostage in a daring deal with Victor. She offered to hand it over, but only if he relinquished control of Jabot. For a moment, it seemed like Phyllis had finally played her hand perfectly. But Victor, in true Victor fashion, went rogue. He used the AI software for his own ends, twisting Phyllis's plan into a trap that left her blindsided. Yet, in a shocking twist worthy of Genoa City drama, the AI turned on Victor himself, leaving him stripped of Newman Enterprises. Suddenly the tables had turned, and Phyllis stood alone at the top. The sole owner of Newman, Kane, who had been a partner in the scheme, was swiftly cut out, leaving Phyllis with complete control and a smile that barely masked her triumph. And yet, the question remains, how long can Phyllis ride this wave of victory? Because behind the scenes, Victor is far from defeated. Word is he quietly slipped out of town, his calm, confident demeanor hinting that he is already plotting his next move. For a man like Victor Newman, losing is never permanent. The question is not if he will strike back, it's when. And when he does, Phyllis will be left boiling with rage, foaming at the mouth for revenge, ready to retaliate with everything she's got. Enter Matt Clark. Just when it seemed Genoa City couldn't get any more dangerous, Matt's name resurfaces. In the February 24th episode, viewers watched as Matt was released from custody after the evidence against him was compromised. Free once more, he's back on the streets, and he is just as thirsty for vengeance as Phyllis. His anger is not selective. He's got a personal vendetta against Nick Newman, Sharon Newman, and now Victor himself, who has stepped into the chaos in ways that Matt finds intolerable. And for Phyllis, the list of targets is growing. Her once friendly ex, Nick, has managed to brainwash their daughter Summer Newman against her, fueling a deep-seated resentment. Sharon, ever loyal to the Newman family, quickly climbed aboard the #Team Newman bandwagon after the corporate takeover, and Phyllis wouldn't hesitate to take her down if it served the plan. So, what happens when these two forces of nature collide? If Phyllis and Matt cross paths and decide to form an alliance, the Newmans might be in serious trouble. Matt is no stranger to ruthless business tactics, and Phyllis is a master manipulator. Together, their combined cunning could reshape the Newman family's world entirely. Will they unleash corporate sabotage targeting Newman enterprises from within? Or will their schemes hit closer to home, twisting the family's personal lives into chaos and heartbreak? The stakes are astronomical. Two brilliant schemers united by revenge, each carrying their own vendettas, could flip Genoa City upside down. Their partnership, if it forms, promises chaos, betrayal, and high-stakes drama unlike anything the city has seen. One thing is certain, when Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark join forces, nobody, not Victor, not Nick, not Sharon, not anyone will be safe from the storm they are about to unleash. In Genoa City, power is never static, loyalty is always conditional, and revenge is a game that the smartest and the most ruthless always win. And right now, Phyllis and Matt are eyeing the Newman empire with the hunger of predators circling their prey. The question that remains, will their alliance be unstoppable, or will the Newmans find a way to strike back first? The stage is set, the pieces are moving, and the city is holding its breath. In this high-stakes game of ambition, betrayal, and revenge, the only certainty is that the next move will change everything. As the dust settles over Newman Enterprises, Phyllis basks in her temporary victory. The boardrooms echo with her triumph, the office lights casting long shadows across her face, a face both victorious and wary. She knows better than anyone that in Genoa City, no win is ever permanent. Every ally could turn, every plan could unravel, and every moment of triumph could be stolen back with a single clever move. Meanwhile, Matt Clark is back on the prowl. Out of custody, free to breathe, free to act, he moves through the city like a storm, quietly building on the horizon. His past is checkered, his reputation marred by chaos, but his mind is razor sharp, and now he has a target, the Newman family. His anger is personal, but his strategy is surgical. He doesn't just want to hurt them, he wants to dismantle them, piece by piece, starting with Victor and then working his way down to Nick, Sharon, and anyone foolish enough to stand in his way. The timing is almost cinematic. Phyllis, reeling from Victor's inevitable comeback, and Matt, unleashed and hungry for vengeance, are on converging paths. The city doesn't yet know it, but a meeting between them could be catastrophic. Imagine the tension, the sparks flying, not just from shared resentment, but from mutual brilliance. Two minds, each bent on revenge, each calculating the moves of their enemy before even taking a step forward. When they finally cross paths, it won't be casual. It will be electric. Two forces recognizing in each other the potential for destruction and dominance. And Phyllis's grievances are not just corporate. Her family is tangled in Victor's web. Nick, her ex, has turned against her in subtle psychological ways, manipulating Summer's heart and loyalty. Sharon, the ever-dutiful mother and Newman ally, is another thorn in her side. Phyllis's fury is simmering beneath her composed exterior, a storm ready to explode. Matt, sensing this fire, sees an opportunity, a partner in chaos, a co-conspirator who understands the thrill of the game, the power of the scheme, and the satisfaction of revenge executed perfectly. What could their first move be? Corporate espionage seems obvious, infiltrating Newman enterprises, manipulating assets, twisting alliances, striking where it hurts financially. But their combined intellect hints at a more insidious plan, striking at the heart of the Newman family itself, playing mind games, turning trust into suspicion, love into betrayal, laughter into tears. They could engineer scenarios where family members doubt one another, relationships fracture, and loyalty becomes a weapon. And the stakes could not be higher. For Phyllis, it's not just about money or power. It's about proving once and for all that she is not to be underestimated, that she can hold her own against the Newmans, against Victor. For Matt, it's about revenge, pure and unrelenting, against a family that has wronged him at every turn. Together, they could become an unstoppable force, one that might topple even the most calculated Newman strategies. Yet, in true Genoa City fashion, there's always another twist lurking. Victor is never truly gone. His time away, his calm and confident aura suggest he is plotting his own comeback. And when he returns, when he steps back into Newman Enterprises with that cold, measured smile, Phyllis and Matt could find themselves facing a force they underestimated. The tension between them and Victor is only beginning to simmer, and the explosion, when it comes, will be unstoppable. Meanwhile, the personal stakes deepen. Summer's loyalties are divided, her heart caught in the crossfire of parental conflict and betrayal. Nick's attempts to sway her only add fuel to Phyllis's fire, while Sharon's unwavering support for the Newmans paints her as an easy target in the eyes of these would-be conspirators. Every interaction, every whispered conversation in the hallways of Newman Enterprises could be a chess move, one that changes the game entirely. And so, the city braces itself. In the shadows, two of the most cunning players in Genoa City's history are aligning, their motives intertwined in vengeance, their plans layered with deceit, and their ambition boundless. The air is thick with anticipation. Every glance, every phone call, every whispered strategy carries the weight of potential destruction, and the audience can almost feel it. The electricity of imminent chaos, the thrill of watching Phyllis and Matt slowly tighten the noose around the Newmans, the delicious tension of watching a master plan unfold in real time. In Genoa City, alliances are fleeting, loyalties are fragile, and revenge is the most intoxicating currency of all. Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark are not just plotting, they are orchestrating a symphony of chaos, a carefully timed storm designed to bring the mighty Newman family to its knees. And when the first domino falls, there will be no turning back, because in this city, when the cleverest, most ruthless minds unite, even the Newmans, with all their power, wealth, and cunning, may find themselves helpless against a tide of vengeance that spares no one. The question now is not whether the Newmans will fight back, it's whether they will survive the wrath of Phyllis and Matt, and if the city itself is ready for the storm that is about to hit. The city is quiet now, but the calm is only an illusion. Behind the polished glass of Newman Enterprises, shadows move and whispers carry. Phyllis Summers sits in her office, the glow of the city lights casting sharp angles across her face. She's no longer just fighting for power. She's strategizing, calculating, preparing for a battle that isn't just corporate, it's personal. Every conversation she had with Victor, every betrayal she endured, is fueling a fire that refuses to be extinguished. Meanwhile, Matt Clark prowls the streets of Genoa City like a predator. Freed from custody, every step he takes is measured, every move deliberate. He knows the Newmans are watching, he knows their network is tight, but he also knows their vulnerabilities. And he knows one thing more than anything: if he finds the right partner, someone who shares his hunger for vengeance, he could tip the scales completely. And then, almost inevitably, their paths cross. A chance encounter? Perhaps. Or maybe fate is orchestrating the meeting. Two of the city's most dangerous minds finally recognizing in each other a shared mission. Their eyes lock, a silent acknowledgement passing between them. They are stronger together, and the Newmans will be their target. Phyllis's initial skepticism fades under Matt's quiet intensity. She senses that his hatred for the Newman family mirrors her own. He's not just angry at Victor, he despises Nick, he despises Sharon, he despises the entire facade of loyalty and morality they project. And Phyllis, with her personal vendetta against Nick's manipulation of Summer, sees the perfect storm forming. Their alliance isn't just about revenge, it's about strategy, precision, and control. The first seeds of their plan take root in whispers and secretive late-night meetings. Matt, with his cunning and ruthless approach, proposes moves that strike both at the business and the family's personal lives. Phyllis, ever the schemer, adds layers of psychological warfare, manipulation, and betrayal. Together, they become a force that could crumble the Newman empire from the inside out. Imagine the scenes: Phyllis inviting Victor to a seemingly innocuous business meeting, only for Matt to subtly tip the scales in her favor. Summer's trust in her mother subtly undermined with carefully planted doubts. Sharon's loyalty tested, her confidence shaken by minor but devastating manipulations. Every move calculated, every interaction weaponized. The tension is palpable. Each glance between the conspirators and their victims feels like the calm before a hurricane. But Genoa City never stays quiet for long. Victor, ever watchful, returns with that measured confidence that has toppled more enemies than anyone can count. The streets themselves seem to tense as he steps back into Newman Enterprises, a predator returned to his territory. Phyllis, sensing the storm brewing, tightens her grip on power. Matt, ready and willing, matches her intensity. They know Victor is formidable, but together they are a storm he hasn't anticipated. The stakes escalate. Boardrooms become battlegrounds. Hallways echo with whispered strategies, and private meetings in shadowed corners turn into rehearsals for chaos. The Newmans are blindsided at every turn. Assets vanish, loyalties fracture, and the tension within the family skyrockets. Phyllis and Matt's genius is not just in destruction, but in precision. Every attack is surgical, every betrayal calculated to cause maximum disruption. Summer, caught in the crossfire, feels the strain of divided loyalties. Nick, blindsided by Phyllis's emotional and psychological games, struggles to maintain control over both his family and his business. Sharon, loyal but increasingly isolated, faces subtle manipulations designed to shake her confidence and loyalty. And Victor watches it all, calculating his own counter moves, waiting for the exact moment to strike back with the force he is known for. As the tension mounts, the audience can almost feel it. The suspense is tangible. Every scene pulses with the thrill of high-stakes drama. Every conversation between Phyllis and Matt, every subtle glance across the boardroom, every whispered instruction is a step closer to complete upheaval. They are not just plotting revenge, they are orchestrating an intricate symphony of chaos, and the Newmans are the unwitting instruments. And yet, in true Genoa City fashion, nothing is permanent. Victory today does not guarantee safety tomorrow. For every scheme they hatch, for every domino they tip, there is the ever-present shadow of Victor Newman, a man who has survived every betrayal, every challenge, and every enemy, and emerged stronger each time. Phyllis and Matt know this, and that knowledge only sharpens their focus, hardens their resolve, and intensifies the stakes. The climax is approaching. Every plan, every deception, every manipulation is setting the stage for a collision that will redefine power in Genoa City. The city itself seems to hold its breath as two of the most brilliant and dangerous minds plot a course that could either secure them ultimate victory or awaken a force far stronger than either of them imagined. And so the saga continues. The city waits, the tension rises, and the countdown begins. Phyllis Summers and Matt Clark have aligned, and nothing in the Newman family, nothing in Genoa City will ever be the same. Every secret, every betrayal, every ounce of ambition is about to erupt in a storm that will leave no one untouched. Because in Genoa City, alliances are temporary, vengeance is eternal, and the most dangerous weapon of all is a mind that knows no limits. And right now, Phyllis and Matt are proving exactly why they are two of the most dangerous forces the city has ever faced.